Good evening, guys.
Welcome back to our channel, gottagoorlando.
So today we are at the Character Warehouse, but before we start, let's roll them titles. So a lot of you guys have been asking us, what is a Disney Character Warehouse?
Well, it has got so many amazing things, and it's actually a Disney outlet, so it is official Disney merch you normally see within the parks. But where do they go once they're discounted? They go to this store.
You'll also find as well some of the stock from the cruises, the Disney cruises. It's amazing.
And even I've even seen Disneyland California merch. I mean, this is just awesome. Going in.
Going in.
Going in.
Going in. Check this window display out.
It's the man and the woman
themselves. Yeah.
Plus Donald and Goofy, and then the who do it in Louis as well. How awesome is that? I love this window.
I think they're running the online department. They're getting the parcels shipped out, so if we've ordered, they're on their way. So let's go inside.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Let's go.
Yay! So everyone's been asking, is the outlet cheaper? Well, I can tell you it definitely is. Now we've been going to a lot of outlets for a lot of years, and sometimes you go and it's the exact same price, but one thing about the Disney, it's definitely cheaper. It tells you the price that it was before, you can always see it, and what it is now. And I mean, you can get lounge flies, you can get absolutely everything, and it's absolutely awesome because you do get it a lot cheaper.
You can really find some amazing high-end Disney merch in that shop, so definitely keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, I've managed to get like lounge flies, Disney ears. I mean, I got Haunted Mansion ones at one point for an actual present, and then this week they are actually in the outlet, and that's been about 8 months later, and they're already reduced. I think they were like $25, and now they're only $9.99. I mean, that's crazy.
Because the store is owned by Disney as well, you can use your gift cards and reward cards, which again is another bonus.
So obviously if it's like merch, for instance, it's got the year on it, obviously that won't come out maybe until about the January or February. Sometimes if it's not a good stock that's been like going quite quick in the parks, it might end up really quickly at the outlets. It just depends on how quickly it sells actually within the parks.
Currently we've noticed a lot of the 50th celebration stock slowly seeping in.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to come in. And one thing I would say is definitely worth it on a trip when you're going to go and check this out, and they're not that far from the parks, so yeah, definitely check them out.
So a lot of you guys are wondering how far away is the Disney outlet stores from the centre of Orlando. It's a couple of minutes, it's not too far at all to both locations.
Yeah, just say you're from, we're just going to put like a rough, like maybe Disney Springs. Your Vineland is only just under 10 minutes, and your international premium outlets, that's just under 20. So I mean, it's not too far, but obviously if you're staying within Disney, I would obviously say Vineland, but obviously if you're staying maybe at Universal, then obviously your international drive will be closer, or even if you're staying in international drive, that would be a closer one. But it's so worth it. We highly recommend this. I know it might be, if you're even staying within the actual parks and you're not leaving, it's definitely still worth a trip because you will get so many awesome things. Another thing that we've been asked, is it worth it? Is it worth it to leave your hotel? Is it worth it? Now, obviously on our recommendations, sometimes yes, sometimes no, it just depends.
It's a hit and miss. I sum it up to an English TK Maxx. Sometimes you go in, you find that lovely dress or top or whatever you want, you find it. Other times you'll walk in and you don't. It's a hit and miss.
But like I would say, at least 8 out of times we always find at least something that you're maybe not even expecting to buy, but when you see it at a good price, you're walking away with it. So I definitely recommend still going, because you never know, you might go in and you might find that one thing that Sometimes they are still selling it in the parks and it is in outlets at the exact same time. You never know.
Now the opening times for the stores are as follows. Monday to Saturday it's 10 AM to 9 AM and Sundays it's 11 AM to 7 AM. Obviously, if you want to get the best deals, you're best getting in before everybody else, so you might have to join a queue in the morning, get there for the morning about 30-40 minutes before the store opens. Get in that line, you will get the best products.
Good thing is though, even if you're just, now it is in an outlet store, so it means there is loads of other stores, but if you are just going for that, it just means you can go in, get what you need and get back to the parks or do what you're going to do for the rest of the day. I mean, but like I say, the outlets are a full place and there's great deals in the whole outlet, so I mean it's a really great place to visit.
Now you can't cheat, guys. There is no website. You have to go in store. There's no online buying in these stores, unfortunately. So we can't put any websites down below, but what I will do is I'll put a link to the locations for you.
Yeah, now obviously some of us do put up posts at the time if there is any stock, but like I say, there's no website sadly, because I mean I'd literally, even though I live a couple minutes away, I'd be stalking that website probably 24 hours. Is something in? Is something in? But sometimes when you go in, obviously there is a lot of merch and a lot of t-shirts. Sometimes you don't have every size available, but they do get stocked quite a lot. But another thing is, this is definitely a place to go if you've got a lot of family and you want to get a lot of gifts, or even if you're just going for yourself and you don't want to spend everything at the actual parks, and it does obviously get quite expensive. With your ears, your lounge flies, you can get them a lot cheaper if you go there.
So obviously today we are in the International Drive one, but a lot of people are asking which is the best. I know!
There's
two! Which do you pick from?
So the Vineland is personally one of my favourites. I don't know why, but there's just always a little bit more in that one that I like. But everyone's different. Maybe you'll go to the other one and there might be something there that's better. But like I say, I really do feel like sometimes though it is dependent on where you're staying. If you're staying near the Disney LBV area, then you're going to go to Vineland. If you're up by Universal International Drive, you're going to go obviously to that one. But if you're lucky, you could maybe even go to both and definitely get that bargain you're looking for.
So which character warehouse is bigger? That's the one you're all asking.
Yeah, well actually a fun fact about that, fun sad fact at the same time, was so the two of them were, I would say, did used to be about the same size, but International Drive they decided to cut it down by about, I would say probably about half. So definitely,
shame.
I know.
Shame on you. Shame on you for all that shopping goodness cutting.
Because I always remember years ago going out and be like, what happened to the store? It's like it's half the size. But yeah, Vineland is definitely bigger. They changed
Which sort of goes with the stock. I think the stock sort of does a full rotation maybe every month.
Yeah, but like I say, you can get so much. I mean, we've got cutlery, we've got plates, right to your
buttons, socks,
ears, lounge flies, other Disney handbags, t-shirts, pajamas. I think I probably bought every category you could possibly buy in there at one point. Your plushes, like I say, t-shirts are such a big thing now. Like I say, the sizes sometimes aren't the greatest.
Yeah, your more popular sizes are not going to be in the character warehouse.
Sometimes, unless you go in the morning, maybe they still have some.
One or two, but they're very few and far between.
Yeah, and like I say, they've always got like the Disney Cruise Line, and I've even managed to get some of the magic bands. We've bought some of them. Plus, we've even had bought some Disneyland California merch, and I've still got all that. So yeah, and that was for the
whoa
45th anniversary.
Slow down.
What?
I know people are asking questions about, can you get magic bands in the Disney stores?
Oh, I just said yes.
Yes, you can. You can find your magic band. So obviously, go in and check.
Yeah.
So I love it, and we miss the Disney stores in the UK.
Yeah, I remember like going all the way back to my childhood when it was in the belts. Now if you don't know about the belts, that is where the actual Orlando Premium outlets and International Drive, that was the old outlets. It was the two big buildings, and it even had a Universal outlet. I mean, that was amazing. It had a Universal outlet and everything like that.
So we hope you've enjoyed these little tips and facts. So guys, thank you for watching our character warehouse walkthrough. Yeah, it was just a little quick one. There was a lot of music in there, so as you would have heard, we would have had a voiceover. Copyright.
But don't worry, we'll be coming here more in the future.
Yeah.
This is quite late on the day. Obviously we know they get a lot of stuff in the morning. Plus we've got Vineland as well to do, so lots more. We're planning to come here quite often to show you the latest stuff that's actually within there. And we love it. We saw a few things that we're going to go back and grab. So yeah.
So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe and that notification bell.
All our social medias.
Down in the description down below is all the links you need to know.
And like I say, if you're really liking our content and wanting more, make sure you subscribe. So everyone, it's good night from us.
All we can really say now is TikTok.
Gotta go.
Gotta go Orlando, guys. Bye.
Good night.